GTM Podcast Buddhist Knowledge 38 Blessing of Life Blessing 14 Part 3 Hello everyone. You are listening to GTM Podcast Buddhist Knowledge Series on 38 Blessing of Life. From the previous episode, we learned the secret of how to become success and don't leave your work undone. In this episode, we will go in depth with the stories Illustrative tells to help you understand more on this blessing. If you have not listened to the previous episode just yet, we suggest you go back listen to them first for more understanding on this blessing. And don't forget to subscribe, like and share on our channel, Great Teaching Monk, available on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast. If you are set, let us begin. Illustrative tells. Example number 1. Metaphor. Those who are patient. Those who work without interest, whether it is hot or cold, preserving like the toughest of grass, dedicating their manly strength to their business, will not fall away from happiness. Example number 2. Metaphor. Just as dung accumulates on a pig's tail. The nature of dung on the tail of a pig is to accumulate with the passing of the days, making it increasingly difficult for the pig to find happiness in its daily life. The work of a person left unfinished is of the nature to impede their prosperity. A person's value is proportional to the work they complete. The work they leave undone detracts from their value. Example number 3. Julaka Seti Jataka. There was once a millionaire and his servant who were traveling in a cart in the middle of India. The millionaire saw a dead mouse at the side of the road and pointed it out to his servant, saying, "If someone had proper principles of working as a salesman, even with such a dead mouse as this, he could set himself up in life." The servant immediately got down from the cart and allowed the millionaire to go home alone. He picked up the mouse, and because he knew a lot of people in the area, he selected a house where he knew someone with compassion who kept cats was living and took the mouse there. He knew that compassionate people won't kill mice, but at the same time, the cat has to have something to eat every day. He sold the mouse to the householder for a few cents. He used the few cents to buy some sugarcane juice from the people crushing the cane. He asked for another bucket of plain water. He took the water and the sugarcane juice to the gate of the town. He waited until the flower gatherers from the palace came back from where they had been picking flowers outside the city wall. Of course, they were tired and thirsty as they came to the gates. He gave them a glass of plain water to drink first of all. After they slaked their thirst, he gave them a second glass of sugarcane juice. The palace attendants didn't know how to pay the man, so they gave him each of a handful of jasmine flowers. The man took the flowers and sold them for a small profit. He had a little more money than before. He bought more sugarcane juice and collected a little more rainwater. He sold all of it to the flowers gatherers on the second day and got enough money for a second round of sugarcane juice. enough for the people collecting firewood. The people with the firewood drank the sugarcane juice, and each left him with a bundle of firewood. He sold the firewood and got even more sugarcane juice. He kept his eyes and ears open and noticed that there had been a storm in the night. In the royal forest, there were many broken branches and tree trunks on the ground. He took his sugarcane juice along to the forest. He offered to the forest keeper to be the one to clear up all the broken branches, and the forester agreed because he would be able to have an easy day. He therefore offered sugarcane juice to the children running and playing nearby, and the children cut and gathered all broken branches together into a huge pile. He sold the branches as firewood to a potter and bought a barrel. Where he had sold sugarcane juice by the bucket before, now he sold it by the barrel. He bartered sugarcane juice for flowers, firewood, and even grass fodder. One day, a big caravan of traders arrived at the gate with many hungry horses, etc. He told the stable boys in the palace not to sell their fodder to anyone, and he sold his own fodder at a high price to the traders. It was not enough, and they even took the fodder from the palace to sell to them at the same high price, so that everyone got a profit. He carried on working like this until before long, he was able to put down a deposit on a trading ship. His ship kept trading until he had amassed up a fortune of 100,000. In the end, he returned to the old millionaire who had been his master and presented him with 100,000, saying that all of this wealth had come from the policy of seeing benefit in a dead mouse. The millionaire was so impressed that he gave the man a fortune of 1,000,000 and also his daughter's hand in marriage. Example number 4. Nakata Jataka. There was once a bridegroom who was due to be married the next day. He was about to go to wedding reception when a fortune teller came and warned him that today was not an auspicious day for a marriage. The man believed the fortune teller and decided not to turn up for his own wedding. The bride waited and then in impatience married someone else. The bride took all the first bridegroom's property in compensation for his having broken the marriage contract and married someone else. That's everyone. Now we hope you understand and see more in depth on this blessing 14. Don't leave your work undone. In the next blessing, we will continue on the 5th group of blessing, becoming a pillar of society, which is blessing 15 to blessing 18. Next episode, blessing 15. Be generous. Why should we be generous? Stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share on our channel, Great Teaching Monk, available on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcast to help support us and continue the program. Until then, next time.